Hello and welcome to the Cosmic Agency channel. Good morning.
Buenos días.
To the Clearing Mysteries channel. Hello. Today we are going to make a special video, improvising. And hey, it doesn't matter, let's see what comes out. Well, Gosha convinced me, right? A little to make the video today. I was already thinking of doing it later, but
well, today and then I'll save it, and maybe we'll publish it a little later, but something told me to record it today. Well, in several videos, we've already mentioned that some strange and incredible things have happened to us, and we never said more. We're saying we didn't have authorization, so we decided to tell you. The truth is what has happened to us, because it's something super fascinating, and we want to share it. We want to keep sharing the information, knowledge, and we want you to be part of this adventure, because it is an adventure. Robert, are you continuing?
Well, in the end, without looking for it, because it happened without looking for it.
Yes, without looking for it.
Let's see. Yes, we were looking for it, but
not in
this
that way.
We made a contact.
Real contact, but real contact, not telepathic. Real contact.
Real contact. Oh, no, not telepathic. And well, we would each talk on our own channels about why it's not telepathic.
We want to explain a bit about how this contact was made and in what way we are communicating with these people, because they are truly people in space who are very close.
They are physically like us, but different inside. I mean, they are exactly of flesh and bone like us.
Well, we will share many more details later. We want to tell you how it was done, how the contact was established, right? Robert, you tell it.
Well, a few months ago. I'm not like those people who say on the 8th of January at 3 in the afternoon when it was raining. No. I have a bad memory for
October. The end of October,
I
think.
It was at the first Ufology World Congress held on Montserrat Mountain. Well, many people came, many people from all over the world. Greetings to everyone who came from Peru, Chile, Mexico, Argentina, who came Colombia. At one of the times I was alone. I found an older woman alone who wanted to talk to someone but couldn't find anyone to talk to because no one listened to her. That's the reality. No one listened to that older woman. I arrived, and since there was no one, evidently the woman approached me and I listened to her. This woman was explaining fantastic, incredible things to me. And I was with her many months talking. And many months talking. And one day she says to me, "Look, Ruben, for having all the patience with me, now you're going to get the cake." She told me just like that. You're going to get the cake or part of the cake. This woman, decided that she was a contactee. She contacted for a long time. I'm going to say they are not from Earth. They are from the Taygetan race, from the Pleiades. I have to say there are many different races in the Pleiades.
Now we want to share this information about who they are and what they tell us separately. We will continue with the information they give us separately, right? Well, if you want, I'll continue. So after you talked with her for several months, well, a month after you started talking with her, I also started talking with her as well by writing and also by audio, sharing things with the older lady. We're still talking about the older lady.
Well,
she did tell us that she's in contact with this Taygetan race, and I in December, you before had the first contact with this girl, with this woman.
Well, when I speak to this woman, she is a well of wisdom. You can talk about whatever you want, always with politeness and respect. That is essential, politeness and respect. And I already sensed something special. A special connection that, well, you'll tell about it later. When you talk with these people, it's like a bubble is created. At least in my case, it's like a bubble is created. And that's when all the emotions come into within the contact. It's a very strange thing. So that woman captivated me with her wisdom. But are you not talking about the older woman? You're talking about the Taygetan? About the girl from the Pleiades? Because they look very young. She specifically continues looking like 17 years old. The other contacts appear 21, 22 years old. They are all very young. And found, Bo, can I say the name of this girl? Yes. Well, you told me it is possible, right?
Yes, all of that.
Yes. Her name is Swaru. Swaru is the one I talked to, and well, it's the first girl I talked to. Swaru, very intelligent. So the older woman asked me, because I talked to her a bit about Gosha, she asked if she could speak with Gosha, because Gosha speaks several languages and has a YouTube channel. So I tell Gosha if he wants to speak with this woman. Well, and she says yes. That's when she contacts an older woman, and they offer her the contact with this woman.
Exactly.
Done now?
No, fine. No, very, very good introduction. Exactly, it was like that. Well, in December, I started talking with the elderly lady in November, and then in December I had my first connection with the Taygetana, with Svarog. Then the contact was cut off a bit for various reasons for several months, until around April, somewhere around there. So Robert had communication with them first, because Robert was the one who spoke more than I did before. So they connected with him, and now, from this moment, it's been 2 weeks that the communication continues almost every day. We are talking for hours and hours and hours with them. I for now with one, Robert, you with more.
Well,
right?
Let's see. The communication got cut off. 4 months is correct. And one day, surprisingly, she reactivated an email. We'll explain how this email thing works. Goya will explain it. She'll do it better. In total, that the contact was open again after a long time. Well, they told me that things had changed a lot. The first contact was with Swaru, a very intelligent young girl. Young physically, but inside she is a very old woman. Then I contacted Annika. Then I contacted Aridiana. No, Eddie. She has a very beautiful name, but I never remember it, forgive me. Then I contacted Lila. And then finally I have contacted a man. In the end, I contacted a man,
because we almost do not talk.
It's a bit of a strange name. A man who is 2 meters 11. Oh? A real, as they say, a real Viking. But well, we'll talk about the differences there are, right? And that's it.
Now, like I said, this is a very general, very introductory video. So we just wanted to come out and tell you what's happening and continues to happen. And then each one of us on the side, we're going to continue with different types of information, of knowledge. That they are giving us. I know that maybe it could be difficult to believe, because we already have our channels, and suddenly we come out saying
yes,
we have this
course.
contact. That maybe we're looking for material. No, it's not. It's not like that. Those who follow my channel know that I have a lot of integrity, and I am honest and transparent, and I'm not going to make up things. Make up just to, I don't know for what, for what reason. And in fact, I have been wishing for contact for a long time, and it could be that someone out there in the universe, right, has heard me and wanted to help, wanted to share the information, to share, to do things, to be productive. With my time here on Earth, and it may be that someone out there has followed my requests, and well, now let's see what happens. Now, I would like you to explain what the contact is like, because it is not physical. We don't see them physically, but it is not telepathic either. Robert, explain.
Well, there are some laws, and one of the first laws that exist, cosmic or whatever you want to call it, is that contact has to be made with the means that civilization currently has. That is the contact. Before, they used telepathy. You explain it, you know better.
No, but better not. But yes, it was better explained to me than before, because I asked this question, and maybe I will also make the video about that, but said that before they used a lot of telepathy, and there were many channels. But a lot of information also got distorted because the method of telepathy can be interfered with by your own imagination, or even sometimes some negative beings that can get into this process. So there was a lot of distortion. And now that we have the technology, that we have reached this technology that can use other communication systems through computers, right? So they use this method, I think, for about 10 years now, more or less. They have connected with thousands of people already.
Yes,
the contact is massive. It is also through this same system, and it is more reliable because they are written words.
Then you'll say, man, but it could be anyone. What we haven't explained is that the older woman who gives us the contact is not just anyone. She is someone who has 2 or 3 or 4 university degrees. It's not something that just appears like mushrooms, no. So when as I said before, when you talk to these people, they wrap you in a sort of bubble, and everything they tell you is resonating with you. Look, if it doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't resonate with you, but it creates something, a balance of frequencies, a very strange thing.
Yes, now why do we believe they are real extraterrestrials? Because like you said, right, it could be anyone behind a computer, talking, chatting, wasting time. We are already analyzing. We've analyzed this from various angles. We even thought it was a government operation, some secret operation that they're projecting false information or manipulating people who have channels or who do some kind of work.
But that would be foolish, because if you knew the number of hours we are spending, it's the amount of information, and moreover, the varied information on all the topics. To her in English and to me in Spanish, without a single spelling mistake. It's super strange.
Yes.
And by the way, the older woman, I think they spoke to her in French and in English.
Look, I'm not sure, but yes. So, who is it? If it's a person, let's analyze it. If it's a simple person, bored at home, it's hours and hours and hours and hours. And with the woman, sir, it was years, I think.
By the way, I heard that there are many people who are contacted by them. What happens is that I imagine all this doesn't come to light. Why? Because they don't have internet channels. In one of my connections, a person from Mexico appeared, and I asked them, "Who are you?" They said, "I'm an open star seed."
They spend hours and hours with us and with people, and hours and years sometimes. The person must have no life to waste so much time on the internet.
No.
Someone with such advanced spiritual information and wisdom and technological knowledge, knowing so many details about how reality works, the universe, what is behind all this, knowing everything, you can ask about any topic.
Everything.
I almost believe
No, everything.
This rules out for me the possibility that it's some kid or some bored person just playing a prank. Just if it's a joke, it's a super good joke, super well set up, and congratulations to whoever is behind it, because they're a genius.
Here, what you have to keep in mind is another thing, that I do not have a communication problem with the older woman, because she did not speak Spanish. That is that all this information that we are going to share later on our channels in Spanish it will come by chance, because in fact they were going to cut off the communication, and thanks to this, the Spanish-speaking world will have a lot of knowledge.
Now, what is the plan? The plan is that well, you have already shared some information about them, not just calling them collaborators, but now you know who they are.
Well, they are collaborators, of course, but they are collaborators.
What? No, I haven't talked about them yet, and I haven't made any video. But now I would like to, if they still allow me to share their information.
Yes, it is
I will have the honor of being able to share with you all that they are giving us, and I have several ideas on how to do it. And there are also several ideas from her for you. So just saying that they are here, that they are nearby, that they are here for a long time. They are helping through the curtain, right? There are so many events of which humanity is not aware, and And sometimes it's better if they don't find out, because these are quite intense, strong things.
Of course.
They aren't things
No, because
for
they
everyone.
shut down our channels. It's that simple.
But that is the reality, and they are there. Not just them. There are many races that are helping for various reasons. And well, this is our news. What do you think? Please believe us that we are not making anything up.
Well, let's see.
I am keeping
believing us, no?
the information.
Let's see
it's
whoever
crazy.
believes us believes.
Look, I said this.
Okay? And if not, well, it's okay. Let nothing happen. Go on with your life,
I said this to my boyfriend, but who, by the way, doesn't believe me. He thinks it's some wicked person who's there manipulating me, right? But it's there because he sees me for hours every day talking. I told him this. Well, look, if you don't believe it's an extraterrestrial, which I only told him about a week ago, that no, and I had kept it for 5 months because I didn't know how to say it. I didn't know what the subject was about yet. Then contact was cut off, so I kept it. But now, a week ago, I told him, and he doesn't believe me. He tells me it's someone there setting up a joke, right?
Well, there's everything.
Wait, but I told him this. Look, if you think it's extraterrestrial or not, it doesn't matter. Just look. They are a wise person. They are a wise person with much spiritual knowledge who is teaching me many things about reality. So whether they are extraterrestrial or not, you can believe it or not. But the information is real. The information is very elevated and can be of some use to you. And it can open consciousness.
We are not asking anyone to believe us. At least I'm not asking anyone to believe me. I'm just going to share some information, and if it resonates with you, okay, anyone who knows me will know that the information I'm sharing doesn't come from me. I mean, I don't want any credit for the information that is being given to me, because I could, well, claim all this as my own. All these explanations I'm giving, after each video, claim it's mine, but not anymore. Now I will read it textually, and that's it.
Me too.
And if not,
no distortion will come. I want to read
exactly.
what they are saying word for word, translating from English to Spanish, because in fact I do it
in English and mine
in English
in Spanish.
and it will be like that word for word, several topics. In fact, they also told me it's something that isn't, in fact, and I will also talk about this, but it's not necessary. That the whole of humanity believes it, and that it is not necessary for the whole of humanity wakes up. They only want to activate the consciousness of a certain percentage of humanity, and with that, the rest will follow. And here, he told me a very profound phrase, because the rest of the people on top are not real people, but the reflection in the consciousness of real people. No? What is this about? I will discuss it in more detail in upcoming videos.
Exactly. Let's see. What is going to seem like a very curious thing to you? The population of Earth is, I think I remember, 7,400 million inhabitants. Mm-hmm. More than half, gentlemen, more than half are what you just said. They are the ones who are in some way sustaining the matrix.
Yeah, and we'll get into this more in your videos.
We, those who will listen to us, are the minority.
Yes,
the ones who truly exist.
Those who must resonate with this information will feel it, and these are the people who matter.
Honestly,
you matter. You right now listening.
Exactly. We don't care about 100,000, 200,000 views on these videos. In fact, on my channel, my videos already have 5,000, 6,000 views. When you talk about absurdities, like the MK Octopus something, I have almost 1 million views. But when you talk about things, pineal gland, with 5,000, 6,000 views, that is what interests us.
This percentage, and you might be in this group, so stay with us, please. More information will follow.
That's it.
And that's it.
Now you know.
What do you think?
Now you know.
Please, comments below, and incredible. And thank you to you all there listening. By the way, you are watching our videos.
Yes, bad.
So, thanks to the special team. Thank you very much for everything you are doing.
All, they tell me. Well, they see it. And, well, if you're watching
Greetings.
me, Svaru, Alec, Eliana,
Everyone, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you for contacting us.
Every moment with you all is a moment we are valuing,
yes,
is that how you say it?
And well, you
valuing
see,
with all our heart every minute.
This is also a bit unconscious, because We don't know the impact it will have. I don't care.
No, no, it
I
doesn't
don't
matter.
care. There are people who will defend the Matrix until the end. They are like that. It's just people who are in the system and people who are, well, let's leave it and
May the peace of
let
the
whatever
king.
God wants happen.
That's right. But let's hope only for the best. Well, goodbye. Thank you very much for putting up with us for so long.
Bye-bye. I've stayed very...
And goodbye.
Haha.
Goodbye.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. On to the adventure.